Hi there. In this video, we'll try to see how you can run your first program on Raspberry Pi Pico board and how you can run it in a boot mode so that whenever you restart your microcontroller, your program should start working. Now, for the sake of this code, I will not go into the details of MicroPython. We are not studying MicroPython here. We are simply trying to create our first LED Blink program and we are trying to run that program in boot mode for Raspberry Pi Pico W board. Now, unlike Raspberry Pi Pico, on Pico W board, the LED is connected to a wireless interface pin. So it's not connected to any of the GPIOs as you can see here, and it's directly connected to this WL GPIO something pin. We'll see how you can interface or how we can connect with this pin and how we can write a code for it. Just some heads up. These are some of the important declarations we are going to use in this program to blink the LED using MicroPython. As said, the discussion about what is this, what all these different lines are, they will come in follow-up videos. I have also written the line here that on-chip LED on Pico is connected at GPIO 25, but on Pico W, it's connected to a wireless controller pin, referred to as simply LEB in MicroPython. Let's try to create a code for it using these declarations and let's try to run it on Raspberry Pi and then try to run it on a boot mode, or whenever the Raspberry Pi is powered on, we'll try to run it at that stage. As always, when you open Thorny, if you have the Raspberry Pi Pico connected using USB cable, check it over here. It should show the COM port number. Now let's write down the lines over here. So this is important. This is important. I'll also write down this import time. We use the time library for adding the delays. Now there are multiple cases where the program can go wrong, and I'm not going to do anything wrong here, but I'm just going to show you the right steps so that you follow the same. So whenever you write a program, I'm going to write my complete program here now. So led.on time.slip1 led.off time.slip1. Now once the program writing is done, what we do naturally as a first step is we save the code. So while saving the code, you have two options. Either you can save this program to your computer. It will still run on Pico board for sure. Or you can run it on, or you can save the program on Raspberry Pi Pico board itself. Now remember, if you store your program on this computer, the program will only run when you click on this play button over here. And when you click on the stop button, the program will stop. But it will not run by default like an Arduino or like any microcontroller program. In order to make that program run like a microcontroller, whenever you power on or whenever you cycle the power on off on Raspberry Pi Pico, you need to save it on Raspberry Pi Pico board. So select the second option over here. Now here again, there is a catch. So if you save your program like this led.py, there is a program onto this Pico already. I'm deleting it. If you save it with any other name which is not main.py, then the code will not run in boot. If you want your program to start running whenever the Raspberry Pi is powered on and off, you must write the name as main.py. Now what I'll do is I'll make a mistake here. I'll make it main2.py or main23.py, something like that. And I will save it just to see what happens. Okay. Now my program is saved. I'm keeping the Raspberry Pi board a little bit closer to camera. Let's wait for focus. Okay, it may focus or not. Just let me put a finger so it focuses fast. Yeah. Now I'll run the program using this play button. Now if you see, the LED is blinking. Correct? Code has started working. Now what I'll do is I will stop the program running from here. And now I will simply remove the cable and reinsert it. So this is my power cycle. Ideally, like an Arduino, what I expect is whenever I connect the power, the program should start working. In this case, however, we will see that the program is not running. But if I click on the play button again, it will start working. Okay. Now, the obvious question is, if we are creating a system around Raspberry Pi Pico board, then we don't expect someone to open Thorny and simply click on the play button or stop button, right? What we expect is the program should start at boot, irrespective of Thorny. If Thorny is there or not, it shouldn't matter. Now what we'll do is, we will now try to save this program as, again on Raspberry Pi Pico. But this time I will give it a name as main.py. Okay. The program is now saved. Now I'll just use the open window and I will delete the main23.py, which is unnecessary at this moment. Now simply stop and run the script. You will see the LED is blinking. But it's going to get more interesting over here. How? Because when we stop the code, now I have stopped the code. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to remove the cable. The cable is removed. Now I'm reconnecting the cable. If you see, as soon as the cable is reconnected, the LED started working. It started blinking at boot. That's the normal behavior that we expect from a microcontroller board. Coming at code, although we'll try to explain it in detail later on, but again it's very straightforward. This is a library to use the Raspberry Pi Pico's GPIO pins. This is a declaration of a particular pin. Where you want to use that pin, here should come your pin number. As said, this is not connected to any GPIO, so you don't get a pin number here. Instead, you simply get LED. You write LED here. And then you write pin.out or pin.in, depending upon you want to use it as output or input. Here we are using it as an output pin. While true gives your Python program a way to run something in an infinite loop. LED.on simply is turning on the LED. Time.sleep is giving you a delay of 1 second. You can try it. If you want lesser delay, just make it 0.5 or anything of that sort. LED.off is basically turning the LED off. Now the delays have been changed. Look at it. So this is how you write your first LED blink program, and this is how you run your program through boot mode. I'm going to turn off the Thorny now and stopping the code from here. The Thorny is completely closed, and I'm again going to remove the cable and reinsert it. And you will see the program will start working as soon as it's powered on. That's about it for this video. In next video, we'll try to understand what are the different GPIOs of Raspberry Pi Pico W board, how they are used, what are the different functions of each pin, and all the details of MicroPython library as well. Thank you for watching this video.